Hello everyone, in this short video I'm going to quickly walk through how to use Methodox Voxel Sandbox, which is a voxel editor and a renderer, physically based path tracing renderer. So if you go to the itch.io page, you can download it directly from here. It's a Windows only executable. And after you extract it, you will have this folder, and just find the Methodox Voxel Sandbox. Right now we don't really have an icon logo, so it kind of looks ugly, but double click and it will run. It will take a while to build the world, actually very fast, and you can kind of already hear the music. If you press F11 you can fly around, so you can find all the help from H key, which opens the controls. And you can see WASD to move around, left shift, space, those kind of stuff. Some other useful stuff include the H key. So if you press ESC, that will close that panel. If you use the O key, you can go to options, which represent the settings, and you can do some stuff like lower resolution, higher resolution, performance versus balanced. Because by the way, the way it works is actually ray tracing everything, so that's how it works. That's why you see this kind of soft-ish shadow. You can use the left mouse button to remove the blocks, and the right mouse button to place the blocks, and then you can use your mouse wheel to scroll, something like that. And then when you are editing, you can also use the F2, those kind of buttons, to do bigger editing. This is kind of a rudimentary support, so the experience can certainly be improved. So that's basically usage. The more interesting one is the photo mode. So I'm going to F1 to change it back, and then if you do P to open photo mode, you can see we have photo mode options. I'm not going to do a spoiler, so you are welcome to explore it yourself. There's a lot of very interesting stuff. Notice when you are in the photo mode, you cannot really move the camera. That way all the samples, they are accumulating. And then after you're done, you can click save image, find a place to save your image. Actually, so if you go to save image, you can see you can specify the file name here. So that is how it works. Now every time you open it, it's going to show you the same word. So that's why you need to use the command line. This is going to change, but right now you need to use the command line because it's not randomly initialize it. So just type the program name and do -- seed, and then give it some seed, so any seed, and then that will open it, and you can see it's a different word. Otherwise, every time you open it, it's going to be the same word. One thing you might want to do, let me try something else. We have quite a few different words, so 1 2 3 4, and okay, look the same. Close it, try something else, do 1 2 3 maybe. Okay, now this one is different enough. You can see there's a lot of interesting stuff going on. And if I do F11, and I can do photo mode, which looks very impressive. Wow, that's very cool. Okay, anyway, so there are other things you might want to do, which is to say, I think my keyboard is not working. Oh, okay, anyway, try again. So go back, and so there are some things you might want to do, which is to save your word. So you can do, see here, you can Control S to save. After you save it, you can do Control L to load it. There is also export and import, which we're not going to cover in this session. So that is how you can play around and just have some fun, build some stuff, things like that. The other thing I want to mention is we also ship a voxel scene viewer. Now this one has a slightly different purpose. Instead of editing, it's a dedicated, kind of like dedicated renderer. So you can open any kind of scene. We support quite a few different formats. Some of the stuff you can find in the wiki. I think it's covered here. So you see some of the formats we support here. Now we also have the samples. So if you go to a bedroom, you can see that's a bedroom sample. This is in the shaded view. There is also a draft view. There is also the photo view. Because it's enclosed, don't really see much. So the thing you need to do is to turn on the clip box, and then you can clip it, right? So if you go to the X, you can see, ooh, that's how you clip it. And don't clip too much, and then you can put your camera inside. And then I'm just going to the draft view, so it's faster to render. And then you can change things like the sky direction, the sun elevation, kind of stuff like that, the hour. This is like a holistic control of the premise below. And then once you find the interesting one, you can do this. Currently it's a bit dim because there is not enough indirect lighting. So if you go to the photo, you can turn on skylight. You can also turn on the light bounciness, and then maybe even sun strength. But I guess this is fine for now. I would prefer to make the sun to be more direct, right? So we have a bit more light, and then you can tweak things around. We don't have any water, we can disable that. Might save us some rendering effort. And can we make it okay? So something like that. Another thing you can do is the exposure. You can turn on the exposure so it's overall brighter, right? Let me turn down the bloom a bit. Vignettes maybe. Okay, yeah, vignette. You can explore. We might add more feature in the future, and that's it. So have some fun. Thank you for watching.